Hi everyone. I think I am live now. I know there's still a few more minutes left on Juju's and Amy's stream, but I wanted to just make sure that I had this thing going and started. And since there's a few minutes left, I will be right back. Hold on. I'll be an hour. Okay, I am here. Everything sound good? Can you all hear me and see me? Hi Kathy. Hi everyone else that has already joined. I don't go live often, so I get nervous that people can't see me or hear me until someone says that they can see me or hear me. Although I can just turn the volume up on my TV real quick to tell me. Okay, never mind. We're good. Hi, Ellen. How are you doing? Today I'm going to be working on making some covers for these little 3x4 cinch-bound journals that I make, and possibly some 2x2 ones as well. I also just wanted to show some other things that I have been working on. I've been making these simple, like five or 7 page, I forget how many pages are in here, notebooks. They just have a pocket on the inside cover and the back cover, and just copy paper as the pages, and they're just stapled. And then I made little ones with what was left over of the paper cuts from these, so I can potentially make some of these as well. And another thing I've been working on is making notebooks like this. This kind of notebook with a glued spine. And these have 45 pages in them. This one is 4x5, and this one is 3x4. And these are really fun to make, really easy to make. Same with these, very fun, very easy to make. But today I'm going to be focusing on cinch notebooks. I'm probably not going to do all of the binding today, but I want to get my covers made and some of the pages made. So I'll show you a finished one if you haven't seen them yet. This is one of my Halloween ones that I made. Hi Jennifer, how are you doing? Thanks for being here. This is one of the Halloween ones that I made. Actually, I'm not going to show you this one because this is one of the first ones I made, and I've since changed up how I make them a little bit, so I'm not going to show this one, but I will show this one. Michelle, I have a mini cinch, and I very much recommend it. I have I haven't used a regular cinch, so I have no way to compare if it's any better or any worse, but it is absolutely perfect for what I need it for, what I like to use it for anyway. I like to make these little 3x4 notebooks, and it's just perfect. It can bind 6 holes, and also if you cut your paper right, it can probably bind even less. So I've done 4 rings too. These are 2x2. Yeah, I'm a little early. It should be, I wanted to get on and make sure that everything was working before my actual scheduled time, so that way if it wasn't, I would have time to fix it. But I make these with food packaging. Hi, Teacher Loves Beauty, and hello, Anne. Hello, Tammy. This is just food packaging that I cut down. Kelsey eats a lot of snacks, so I have a lot of food packaging to cut up. So I just glue 2 of them together. Hi, Carol's Crafty Canvas. Hello, Melissa Klepser, and everyone else that is joining. And then I just cover them with paper, and then I covered the inside, and I use index cards. Hi, Aaron and Zena and Becca. I use index cards, 4x6 index cards, and then I just cut them in half. Hello, Karen. And then I make some pocket pages as well. And for the pocket pages, I cut out a tag using my die cut machine and a die. Wow, a lot of people joining. Hello Terry and Crafting from the Broom Closet and the whole bucket in Bonnie's Corner. Welcome everyone. I think this is probably going to be the biggest stream that I've ever had, which is super cool and also very nerve-wracking, but I'm sure I'll get through it. I also like to add tabs so you can know where the pockets are, and that way if you want to create certain areas for your journal, you can. Hello Thread and Glue Designs and Steph and Marty and the Messy Palette and everyone else. Thanks Amy. Yes, please thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Welcome to the Falloween 25 hop. It's been super fun watching. I haven't been able to watch everyone today, but I have popped in here and there to most people at least, and I will go back and watch the replays when they are available. So these are what I'm going to work on today. I'm not going to actually bind them. I'm just going to work on the covers and making the pocket pages for this size as well as some of the 2x2 size. And for the 2x2 size, I don't make a pocket. I just have a double-sided page because this is really small and I don't know what you would put in a 2x2 sized pocket. So I just created sections and no tabs either because the tabs would be the entire page size. So these are my little notebooks. Chocolate, I don't have any chocolate or coconut rum. I'm actually doing Sober October, so I haven't been drinking or anything. But I have a lot of water here in case my throat gets itchy from talking so much. So let's just get started on what I plan on doing today. This is one of my fall ones. I haven't made any fall ones yet. I made these previously, so I'm going to make some new ones tonight. So this is my first fall one, and I've already cut and made everything. I'm going to make another one of these tonight with the sunflower cover, and this is the inside cover, and my pages, and here's one of my sunflower pockets. Oh, a postage stamp. That's actually a really good idea. Thanks, Microdot. Melissa, I love that idea. Oh, yeah, I did. I took some time off to have a baby, and yeah, she's 2 years old now. And next Friday, she will actually be 2. So that is pretty crazy. And then here is another pocket, and then my back cover. Inside back cover and back cover. So I'm going to make another one of those. I already have the leftovers ready for that. Well, most of it anyway. Because thankfully, the pockets are 3x6. So if you cut down a 12x12, then you have 2 3x6s from one page. What I don't have, though, is more of these cutouts. So let's get, I have a ton of paper next to me. Oh yeah, and my inside cover. This is part of my inside cover. So this is good for my inside cover. I just need more of this. And my journals are 3x4. So the covers are 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, just to give it a little bit of overhang. So that way the pages don't butt up right to the end. And then that way you can see the tabs as well. Thanks, Zena. Hi, Ray's Junk Journals and Jen Wren. Yeah, I know. Kelsey is too. It's crazy. It's crazy. We are planning her birthday party. She's going to have a Blue's Clues themed birthday party because she really likes Blue's Clues. We're doing, if you're not familiar with Blue's Clues, they have like a little slogan when they go hop into a picture, and it's Blue Skidoo, you can too. So they just jump into a picture and they're in a new world basically. Well, we're going to do Blue Skidoo, Kelsey is 2. Yep, she's not much of a baby anymore since she's going to be 2. That's pretty crazy. But I'm going to get my paper cutter and get cracking on actually making something and stop talking about it already. So since my covers are 4 or 3x4 or a little bit over, I make the covers about an inch bigger, so that way I can fold them over and then put the inside cover to kind of overlap and cover the rest of it, so it just looks nice and clean. I know, Becca, I can't either. It's crazy. I know I've heard people say, like, the days are long but the years are short, and that really couldn't be more true. This didn't glue very well, the other one, so I gotta make sure I get that glued down. And also, I have my camera and my whatchamacallit, my holder thing on something different than my table, so when my table shakes, my camera doesn't shake anymore. There we go. So that's better. And now let's actually get to cutting. So I need a 5x4 piece of paper. Let's see, how big is this? So this will be, yeah, we'll make this my 5 inches. And then one more. And then make this 4 inches. And then these scraps I will use in other fashions. I can use them to make covers for my 2x2 notebooks. I haven't made any 2x2s in any other theme except Christmas yet, which is why I want to also focus on making some of these. I want to have some for all different seasons, all different colors. Actually, this might be, yeah, that one's already cut, so that's nice. Okay, so we got both covers. Oh, nope, still need this one more time. Then I need to cut this at 3. So I have my inside covers. And thanks again to Becca and Dana for both hosting this and inviting me to join along. It's super fun. I have met a lot of new people in here, which is really cool. And getting to watch new ways of people crafting. Especially, I was really enjoying Lisa Jameson's assemblages that she was working on. Super cool, something that I would never have thought of to do. But she did awesome with it. I'll let her stick to that because that's a little bit too much for me. And then this, all I do is just basically just glue it down. And then I will, looks like these are a little bit smaller than I remember, but that's okay. It'll be just fine. I don't really measure when I glue. So, oh, I need to get my scissors. They're right behind me. Wow, Becca. Are those, no, it's bound with my cinch machine. Crafting from the Broom Closet. I can't remember your name, I'm sorry, but these are bound with my cinch machine. And they're coils. It's like a wired coil. And this is my cinch machine. My mini cinch machine. I've seen a couple people make them, which is why I was inspired to make them. And they are, I've been wanting to make, I made a couple last year, like this was one of the ones I actually did make last year, but I made it a little differently, and I like the way that I'm making them now. So that's why I'm not showing that one, just because it's a little different. Not much different. I just have a couple extra pages in there. I decorated it a little bit, but I don't have enough like ephemera decoration stuff to decorate all of them, which is why I don't do that anymore. Same with adding the extra pages. So they're just pretty plain, besides the pockets and the tags. Yeah, it's a cinch machine. They are bound with coils. I can grab the coils real quick. Let this glue down a little bit. This is my coil box. It's a little rackety, but they come like this, and then you just use wire cutters to cut 6 of them off, and they get put they get put in here, and then you pinch it down basically, and it closes it together. I have a mini cinch. I don't have any experience with the regular cinch, and I knew that a mini cinch would do what I wanted it to do, and all I wanted to do really was make these. So that's why I only got the mini cinch, and it was on sale at the time. And the regular cinch is just a little bit more expensive, but it could do a lot more, obviously. So then I just fold these over. They have all kinds of cinch machines out now. There's one that can do it can do so much, it's crazy, but it's like $250. I don't know who in their right minds would buy something like that. Crazy. Yes, we are makers cinch. Yep. So I do that and then just cut off corners a little bit to miter it. Just a little bit. Oops, a little bit off camera there, sorry. I got mine on Amazon, so it's not like I got it anywhere special. At the time, I don't remember what the price was, but it wasn't that bad. Like I said, it was on sale, so I think it was like $70. But I got the bundle, so it came with the coils as well, and I have so many coils left still. I don't know when crafters have been in their right mind, but that's a lot of money to spend on a machine. Obviously, it can do a whole ton of stuff. So, I mean, if it's worth it to you, then by all means, go for it. But I only need this little thing. And it works just fine for what I need it for. Maybe in the future, if I ever, really get into making these journals and I, want to make bigger ones or just different binding ones. Welcome, Vicky. I'm glad that you found my channel. So there is the cover, and now I have to look and make sure that I have it the way I want it. I think it goes this way. So then I got to make sure that I get it upright, so that way I don't glue the inside backwards or upside down or anything. And then I just glue this down. Yeah, I would pay that much probably if it folded laundry. I have clothes sitting in the dryer right now, but I've been too busy watching YouTube all day to get up and fold them. They'll probably need rerun because they'll be nice and wrinkly, but that's a problem for later me. Hi, Dana. eBay might have used ones, yes. I don't know if the price difference, though, would even be worth it to buy a used one versus a new one. I don't know what new ones cost these days. I haven't had to look for one. But here is my first front cover. And now, let's... What the heck? Oh, it's right here. Let's make my back cover. Get it glued down. Thanks, Vicky. I also like sunflowers, so I wanted to make a couple sunflower journals. Oh, Kellyann, you should use it, especially if it's a regular cinch. They're so fun, and they're intimidating. I was very intimidated, which is why it took me so long to use it. But I finally just used it, and now that I'm using it regularly, it's not a problem anymore. You can make cute little notebooks just like these. I am using cardboard box, Marty, yes. What I use is my daughter's snack packaging. I cut it to size, whatever size I need, and then I glue 2 of them together. You can probably, oh, you can tell here, because this one is a little bit shorter. So this is one piece, and this is another piece. I just glue them together, and they make a perfectly sized, perfectly nice weight chipboard to use for journals. Oh, there we go. That's the first secret word that I've seen all day. The mini is $99 on Amazon. Yeah, I definitely didn't pay that much. Is that for the bundle? Like, does it come with the coils and the chipboard? Because mine came with coils and the chipboard. I don't know if they all come like that, or if, like, it's just the cinch and you have to buy that stuff separately, or if I just got some kind of deal they were doing at the time. Vicky, I have it's sort of a tutorial. Well, it's a tutorial on not so much using the cinch, but it's a step-by-step on how I made these journals specifically. If you want to look at that, I briefly go over how to use the cinch, but I'm sure on YouTube there are tons of people that do tutorials on the cinch, and it really isn't that hard to understand once you understand it, if that makes sense. It took me a while to get the hang of it, but once I did, it's like now it's nothing. I'm not afraid of it anymore. I was always afraid of messing up the coils, because I've done that a couple times. I would put it in the thing and press it down, and the coils would bend so much, and you wouldn't even be able to turn the pages. I really like it, yes. Good night, Crafting from the Broom Closet. See you again tomorrow. When you wake up and the stream resumes for you. So, this is my front for sure. Or not my front, but you know what I mean. And then where's my inside? I have so much stuff on my desk. There we go. Then we have this. 10:20 a.m. on Sunday morning. Well, good morning, Jenny. You having some tea? I mean, some coffee? You're the one that likes coffee, right? I'm not going to make the whole book tonight. I don't want to. Well, I guess I could, really. Okay. All right. I will show you how to use the cinch. I just need to find a colored coil that will go with these. Okay? So I do have one that is ready to be bound. So let me just make sure that it's right. So is this my front cover, or is this my front cover? This is my front cover, this is my back cover. Then I have this one, and this one. Okay, so I already did the punches on my index cards, so I'm just gonna make piles of them up here. And my pockets still need punched, so I'll show punching the pockets as well as punching the covers, and then how you actually bind it. And hopefully I don't mess it up, because I'm not a cinch pro, I'm just a lot more comfortable with it now. But first I need to make sure I have a coil color that I like. Oh, here we go. Orange, this is perfect. Okay, so I have my coils, and I'm going to count 6 of these rings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that leaves me right here. So I'm just going to use my wire snippers. Just some jewelry wire snippers, nothing fancy. And I just break them off. So here's my coils, my orange coils. Probably see them better this way. Orange coils. Sweetheart, you should get a cinch and just make some. They're just so fun. I've sold a couple of them to some of my friends and family so far, and I'm hoping. The reason why I'm making a lot is because I'm going to start doing craft shows next year, and I want to have a whole bunch of a stock for when I do those. So, okay, cinch machine. So there are these numbers right here, and there's a center line right there. And since I know that my journal covers are 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, I need to make sure that my ends are at 4 1/4. I know you can't see them, and I don't really have a way to zoom in, but just look for 4. There's 4 1/4, and get it as close as you can on both sides. Even if it's a little over on one side, it'll be okay. But that's like the center line of your book. So this is my front cover. So I'm facing it this way, and I'm just gonna punch it down. I gotta stand up for this. And there it is. There's this one punched. Now the back cover, you do the same thing, except you want to have it you want the inside cover face up, because it's going to be, a book when you open it up. You want the punches on this side. So again, 4 1/4, or roughly, give or take. Okay. It does take some manpower, for sure, especially if you're cutting through 2 pieces of chipboard and like 3 layers of scrapbook paper. And then for the pockets, I'm going to do the same thing, except my pockets are only 4 inches tall. So I just find the 4, center it at 4 and 4 as best as I can, punch those down. The pockets are much easier to punch. 4 and 4. Yeah, cinch is an investment. But I got mine on sale, thankfully, and it's only the mini cinch, so it was much cheaper than the regular cinch. Okay, so now I have all my papers punched. All my index cards are up here, my pockets and my covers are all punched. So now what I do is I turn my cinch, nope, just kidding. Over here is where the coils go. So it doesn't matter where you put them, on here. Now, this is the part that is always confusing to me, but the way that you have to do it is you start with your pages from back to front. You build them back to front. So these are the last pages of my book, and then my last pocket, and then my next to last pages, and then my middle pocket, and then my middle pages, and then my first pocket, and then my first pages right here. And then this is where I always kind of get confused, but yes, the way that it works is once you have your pages in order from back to front, you put your front cover on, and then you put your back cover on, the way that you would see it. So don't put it on like this, or accidentally, any other way. Put it so you can see the inside cover. And the reason for that is when you have your book bound, you want the seam. You can't really tell on the camera, but there's the seam where they come together. You want that on the inside of your book, not on the outside of your book. So this way, when they're together and you close it, it will just be one seamless book, basically. So I have my book the way I want it. I just pick it up by the coils, bring them over here. This is sometimes the finicky, tricky part, which is the part that makes me nervous. So I hope that I get it correctly. But you just put them in there, and then you just pinch this down, and there you go. There's your cinch book. Flip this over. There it is. Beautiful. There's my front cover, my pages, my pocket, my other pages, my other pocket, and so forth. And my back page, that's not upside down or backwards or anything. And there it is. I didn't make the tags or the tabs yet, but I can put those on after the fact. So that is okay. So whenever I end up making a tag for this, I can just put it right in there. And then when I punch out the tabs, just glue them on there. And there it is. And they're just so fun to make. And really, from beginning to end, they're really not, if you, okay, I won't say from beginning to end. I don't really know because I like to mass make them. So I do them in like waves. I'll do the covers first, and then I'll cut all the pages, and then I will cut the index cards and punch everything, and then I'll just do it like that. I don't really make them one by one. Oh, I could make sketchbooks. That's a good idea. Yeah, I think it's a good size. It's just 3x4, and they're just cute. They're just so cute. And even just like this, without the tabs and the tags, this is adorable, in my opinion. This pocket needs scored a little more. I bet you could do it cheaply with a hole punch. Oh yeah, you definitely, Steph. There's tons of ways you could do something like this. And the coils really aren't that expensive. Like $20, and you can get a whole bunch of them. I haven't had to buy coils yet. I might have to soon though, because they did come with kind of like pastel-y weird colors. So I might want to buy some just regular normal colors. Yes, watercolor paper. Yep. Yeah, it would take a little while to do it like that, but if you are willing to put in the time and don't want to put in the money for the cinch, then it's definitely an alternative for sure. You don't need to have a cinch to make a cute notebook. It just helps. That's all. So, where are my covers? Oh yeah, Steph, I know that they can do that. I've never actually done that. I have no idea how much that would cost. Thank you, the whole bucket, and thank you, Vicky. So I have my covers for these. Now I'm going to work on the pocket pages. Let me put this tag back where it belongs before I forget. Oh yeah, and also for the punches, when you punch, this thing holds all the little pieces. So we just have to take this out and empty it into the trash can, and you're done. Sometimes they fall out here and there, but that's okay. It's probably full because I haven't emptied it in a while. So it's just overflowing. Thank you, Jenny Roberts Day. Thanks, sweetheart. I really like this sunflower paper. I can't remember. I think I got it from Hobby Lobby. I don't remember if it came in a paper pack or if it was just a single, like a single sheet that I bought. But it definitely came from Hobby Lobby. I do know that much. And it was also like a long time ago too. But yeah, so for the pockets, it's just 3x6 page and just fold them in half. Oh, also, I forgot. I punch out a hole for the pocket, which I forgot to grab my my circle punch. But it's right here. time is it? I'm streaming on my phone, and oh, I have a watch. Duh. Okay, it's 7:30. We're good. So just make sure that you don't fold it upside down, because if you want to make pockets for the cinch, you want to have the folded end on the side that's not going to be punched. So I want to punch. I'm going to glue it still. I'm going to glue this side and glue this side, but it gives you more room when it's not, when the cinch isn't on the folded side. Sunflowers remind you of Karen. Sunflowers remind me of Karen too, my mom Karen. Hi Susan. I'm working on some cinch bound notebooks. Right now I'm making pockets for my next sunflower book. So here they are. I will probably list these in my Etsy shop at some point. I haven't sold anything on Etsy in a while, but I definitely could put them up there. Yeah, that's definitely an option. So if people would be interested, I would put them up. So now when I punch them out, I just put them all together and make one punch at a time, so that way they're all in the same spot. And then, since this is going to be the front, I'm going to punch my pocket right here. And again, I don't measure it. If you want to be exact, then by all means, go for that. But I am just going to do it by eye as close as I possibly can, center-wise. And that looks good enough to me. And there we go. You can blame me for it. I'll take the blame. It's totally worth it. Soon you'll be thanking me and not blaming me. That way you guys can make your own notebooks and you won't have to buy mine. And you can use your own paper. You can make it any way you want. You can make cute little tiny ones like this. If you buy a regular cinch, you can make them any size you want. I mean, you can make bigger notebooks with the mini cinch as well. It would just take a little more effort, and I have not done that yet. So, I don't plan to either. I'm not making any notebooks bigger, any cinch bound notebooks bigger than 3x4. I don't want to, so I'm not going to. I love this size, and it's a common size, especially if you're using, American standard 4x6 index cards as your pages. And sorry, there's a lot of chat going on, and I know I'm missing some chat. I'm not used to having this many people in my chat while I'm working. Esther Kelsey is doing great. She is going to be 2 next week. Crazy, crazy, crazy. We're planning her 2nd birthday party already. It's going to be Blue's Clues birthday. And we got shirts that we're going to get made for me and Kyle to wear, as well as Kelsey, so we can all be matching. There's 38 people here. My goodness. So I'm just gluing my pockets together now. That's all. Yeah, it's hard when there's so many people in the chat. Plus, I also want to get some crafting done, because otherwise, what are you here for? Yeah, I watched Blue's Clues when I was a kid, Mama Juju, but they have a new Blue's Clues out now. It's like the 3rd generation of it, and it's called Blue's Clues and You. It's the same premise, obviously. The host of this show is actually the old host's cousin in the show, and they do a lot of the same episodes. They're just a little more updated. and it's a little more cartoony, I would say, I guess, but it's really cool. I actually like it. I really enjoy this version of Blue's Clues. It's called Blue's Clues and You, and it's cute. I tried to get Kelsey to watch the old Blue's Clues, but then we saw the new one, and it just doesn't compare to the old one these days, because obviously that was like 30 years ago that came out, so it's very outdated, and, you know, the new guy he's really good. He's a really good actor. He's very upbeat and cheery and fun, and I like him a lot. Okay, so there's the stuff I wanted to make for this notebook. Now I think I want to make a 2x2. So there's my covers. I think, yeah, Artful. I remember when I first got into like swapping, that's what I was doing, was ATCs. And I haven't made an ATC in a while. I need to take a drink. My throat is getting scratchy. But now I want to work on some 2x2 covers. Are these? Nope. But these should be good for a page. What size are these? Yes. Okay, good. So these are 2 inches. That's good. Yeah, maybe Jenny refresh the stream, or just completely leave and come back out. Teacher Loves Beauty, I think that's probably the package that I got, because I think I paid about $75 for it at the time, which is, I mean, I only got it last year, so I haven't really had it for that long, but I think it was about $75. I can't remember exactly, but it was something like that. Okay, so let's cut this at 3x3. And Jenny, is that a new one or a used one? And then let's cut another one, 3x3. So these will be my covers. I need to stop putting everything upside down. I can't see what they are. Oh, this is from earlier. I made my brother-in-law a birthday card earlier, and an envelope to go with it. It is National Card Making Day, after all. Okay, Esther, thanks for popping in. Tell Beth I said hi. So there we go. It doesn't really matter when I first glue it where the orientation is. And then the other one. If you want to make a notebook that has less than 6 coils, which is all a mini cinch can do outright, you have to make sure that you cut your paper right, because you have to make sure that your cinch isn't going to punch a random little bit of paper on the other side. So for these, I had to really make sure that 2x2 I could squeeze in there without getting that 5th and that 6th coil punched in there. I think a couple pages I did accidentally get them in there, but that's okay. It's just you got to be a little mindful of that. But the process, other than that, is the same. Even though it's smaller. Just make sure that you're not getting extra coils that you don't want. Oh, I don't have any inside pages for this. I gotta get those cut out. I think I've heard of Romper Room, but I don't know what it is. Like, I've heard the name, but I'm not sure. Not sure. Okay. And then the other one, I'm gonna have to get out some more paper so I can make some pages for this and the inside cover. And sometimes I miter them a little bit too much and I end up with a little white corner instead of the paper, but you know, it is what it is. Thank you, Mama Juju. I only have tattoos on my arms. I only ever plan on having tattoos on my arms. My next tattoo is going to be a sunflower on my elbow. I have a sun, like this kind of sun on my one elbow. It's red, yellow, and orange with like a tribal thing around it. Kind of, that's hard to get under there. So my other elbow, I want to get a sunflower in remembrance of my mom because she really liked sunflowers. Which is why I work with a lot of sunflower stuff. Whoops, forgot to cut this side. I can't remember who streams after me. Ooh, itchy, itchy. And I even have, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this one on camera, but this was a, says love you girl from mom. This was in one of my birthday cards she gave me a while ago. And I was looking through my craft stash, and it was in my craft stash. And after she passed away, I was like, I'm getting that on a tattoo. So I did, in her handwriting. That's my mom's handwriting. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Hi, Lisa. I really enjoyed watching your stream earlier. That was some super cool stuff that you were working on. Oh, I got a little hair in there. Don't want that. Okay, there we go. So I got my outside covers done. Got 12 minutes left, 11 minutes left. And now I just have to find some paper for the inside. I think I'm going to use this yellow sunflower paper. Bye, Steph. Thanks for coming in. And then for the inside cover for this, since my journal itself is 2x2, that is the size I'm cutting my inside journal page. Your inside cover page is 2x2. So my mom had a couple tattoos, not many. I think she only had 2. She had a wolf, and I want to say Eeyore. But she really liked that wolf tattoo. So there's 2x2. I was on vacation with my mom, visiting my cousins my family in North Carolina when I got my first tattoo with my cousin. I was 21 or 22 at the time. Can't remember. This one is like that. I like this one this way and this one this way. Oh, 15. I've been live for 50 minutes, so okay, I see where I went wrong. Sometimes, Lisa, you just need an accidental nap. But also sometimes accidental naps can mess you up. You wake up like, what day is it? It really depends on how long you slept, I guess. And how good of a nap it was. Okay, so there are my 2x2 covers. This is going to be my cover, and this will be my back cover. Now I just need to cut up some more paper for the inside pages. And here they are. So I think for these ones, I am going to cut them 4x2 and just fold them in half and glue them together. Sometimes I take a nap when Kelsey takes a nap, but I didn't do that today because I was working on a birthday card for my brother-in-law. So here are my 3 inside pages. Just pulled a cinch out of my closet. Dusty box machine inside the box. If you decide to use it, I hope that you love it. You know, maybe I will make these pockets this time. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll make one with pockets and one without pockets. This is definitely going to be the front. This one's going to be the front, and then this one doesn't matter. I think with this one I am just going to glue them together like I originally planned. Completely glued together. Because, I can't remember who mentioned it, but a postage stamp would fit in here. And I probably do have dies that can make small tags as well. I'm not going to put tabs on it. No way. The tabs would be too small. Well, I could just make, you know, like a square tab or a rectangle tab and not use a die cut. But I don't know. I'll experiment one of these days with one of them. I could probably just cut one of my circle punches in half. Not this one. This is probably a little too big. But I can cut my smallest one in half and make those as my tabs for these small notebooks. That still might even be too big. I'm not sure. I will figure something out. One of these days I will make one of my 2x2s just like I make my 3x4s with the pockets and the tabs and tags inside the pockets. Just not right now. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks, Ellen. Thanks, Microdot. And thank you, Amy. Gotta make sure I keep an eye on the time because I know it's running out. 10 more minutes. So here's my 3 pages for this book and my cover. I'm not going to bind this one right now, but it's ready for me to bind it in the future. Now, I might work on I won't have time to finish it probably, but I'm going to work on a Halloween 2x2 because I don't have those yet. So let me find some of my Halloween scrap paper over here, which is, here we go. Here is a bunch. 10 minutes left. Okie dokie. There's a good cover. Ooh, I like the boo. That's going to be the cover. Oh, but I don't know if I have enough to make 2. They don't necessarily have to have the same front and back cover. Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to make different front and back cover for these ones. So I'm going to make the boo. Ooh, and some spiders. There we go. Hello, Yoo-hoo Tube. I like your name. Alright, so flip this over, and I'm just going to cut these by hand. About right here. And right here. These didn't really stay down that well. Hi, Lorraine. Welcome, welcome. I will only be streaming for about 5-ish more minutes. And then this is a part of a YouTube hop. So it will be on to the next channel here shortly. Okay, so there's that one. And then my other cover right here. Bye, Jenny. Thanks for coming in. It's been fun. And this hour went by really fast. I would stay on, but I'm not doing that, so that way everybody goes over to Mama Juju again. I don't think I'm allowed to stay on, but I will come on. I'll be live a little more regularly now. Probably not every. I'm not gonna like set a schedule, but if I do go live, it would be on Monday nights or Friday nights. I know Beth streams on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I mean, I know everyone streams. There's tons of people that stream at all times. So it's not like I'm going to ever find the perfect time to stream where no one else is streaming. But Monday nights and Friday nights work best for me because Thursday nights, even if Beth didn't stream on Thursday nights, Thursday night football. And that's why Sunday night football. Monday Night Football, but I don't have the channel for Monday Night Football, so I don't watch those games. Ouch. Oh yeah, please everyone give me a thumbs up. Yeah, Becca, I watch any game, really. The Steelers are on a bye this week, but the Browns play bright and early at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm gonna watch some of that. Yeah, right, Bonnie? Soon enough, it'll be 11 a.m. here in about, what time is it? 8 o'clock? Jeez, my brain's not working. Like 15 hours, I think. I have too much of my math is on my time right now, not on when it's going to be at 11 a.m. Go Chargers. Chargers are doing good this year. Steelers are my team. My second team is the 49ers because I really like Christian McCaffrey. But I just like football in general. It's not, yeah, I just like football. So I watch whatever games I get. Sometimes I get Steelers games, sometimes I get the Bills game, you know, I get what I get with the apps that I have. So I just watch whatever I can. And I don't complain. So these are Halloween journals. Let's see what little tiny scraps I have. Oh yes, this will fit. Right? Yeah, this will fit good enough. Let's cut this off. Seahawks. They're not doing too bad this year, right? Yeah, they're doing pretty good from what I remember anyway. I know the Steelers, or they beat this crap out of the Steelers. Oh, well, yeah, I forgot. I only have one of these. So do I want this on the inside or the back side? Oh, yeah, Texas, you probably don't get much of a choice. You probably, you get the Cowboys. Ew. I'm sorry if you get the Cowboys. But if you get the Texans, that's a little better, but not much this year. At least I think. I might be mixing up my teams. Oh, yucky. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss, Becca. Oh, whoa. This is way too big. Alright, I think my time is about up. I will direct everyone back to Mama Juju. The link has been posted. The link's also in my description box, as well as everyone else in this hop. So thank you, everyone who has joined. It's been super fun. I've never had this many people in my live before. I'm going to finish this up and call it a night. And everyone head over to Mama Juju's channel again and see what she's up to this time around. Yeah, I'll put this one on the inside. And I will meet you there. As soon as I get this glued on and get this glued on, bye-bye. It's been really fun, and I'm really glad that everybody joined and that I made it through. All right, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.